Hi tribe, we're twin oracles. Welcome to our channel. Hope you're having a lovely day. So today we were feeling, first we're just going to mention these are the decks that we may or may not be using: affirmations, words of inner wisdom, love oracle cards, island, time, wellness. We have the Romance Angel Oracle deck by Doing Virtue, and we have Tarot cards, Dark Forest from Etsy. We were feeling that perhaps there was an energy where some of you might be feeling some form of disappointment. Maybe you were putting yourself out there for something and things didn't go as planned. You had hoped for one way and things turned out a different way. So we were feeling something like that come through today. And also something from letting go past pains and past hurts. So there could have been something that, you could have a fear of rejection or fear of rejection. And what was the other thing I heard? A blow to the ego, I guess. I don't know why I heard it that way, but some of you might be scared of rejection. Oh, and so I'm hearing fear of rejection, and I'm also hearing, what's that called? Sorry, hang in there with me, tribe. Constructive criticism. Like some of you have a hard time swallowing or receiving constructive criticism, and fear of rejection. And it could have something to do that happened in the past. It could have stemmed from childhood. Whatever the case may be, there might be some situations that just happened or could be happening in the near future where you're expecting one outcome and it be in your favor, and something totally different happens. A totally different outcome comes from it. And it has you feeling emotional. It has your emotions ramped up. It could have been a shot to the ego, or bringing up fears of just bringing up fears from the past. And so the reason why this is coming up, or this event or this situation or the circumstance or whatever it is that happened or could be happening, for some, and this might not resonate for everyone, but it's coming up for healing so that your disappointments can make room and space for new beginnings, for you bringing into your life things that you really do want to receive and achieve. Okay? So first card out, it's card number 10, and it says, notice what doesn't feel right in your heart. Do less of that. What lights up your soul? Do more of that. So it's to take notice. It's to take notice of what in your life makes you feel good and what in your life does not make you feel good. And, some of you might have these preconceived notions that were perhaps programmed in you as a child. For example, respect their family, so you have to do this because they're family, or respect this person because they did that, or some sort of something that has been with you as a child. And the reason why this is coming up is because this message is telling you that it's very important to honor yourself and honor what your needs are, and honor what makes you feel good and what doesn't make you feel good. So zoom in on the things that make you feel good and release the things that don't. Regardless of what might be trained or programmed in you as a child, even in your teenage years, regardless of that, the biggest message here is to really notice, take notice. Okay, take notice. Take notice on the people around you, the situations, the circumstances, and only focus on those things that make you feel good. But also, if a situation comes up where you're disappointed in some way, shape, or form, or you're expecting one outcome and a different outcome came out, It's to notice how you're feeling. So it's not to shove down those emotions and feelings and pretend like nothing happened. It is to take notice and feel through the emotions. Like, how did it make you feel? Why are you feeling this way? Process the situation in the event and see the behavior, the reaction, and see if it's healthy or see if there's something coming up to be healed. But it's to take notice of what you're feeling during that event, after the event had occurred, and to heal it right then and there on the spot, so that way it doesn't sit within you for whatever time frame and brew and grow and then eventually become a trigger. You do want to make sure that you're healing things in life as they come up. And I'm hearing fear of rejection, yes, but I'm also hearing shame. So for some of you, there's maybe a strong emotion that's coming through that has something to do with shame. And this is an opportunity to heal that. So at the bottom of the deck, we're going to take this card too. It's card number 6, and it says empower. There's space for you. There's space for me. There's space for all. Let us empower each other. So it's like when you take notice on the things that make you happy in your life, the things that float your boat, that fill your cup, you then not only empower yourself, but you empower those around you for them too to take notice, in their life of the things that fill their cup, things that make them happy, and so on and so forth. They affect the people around them. And essentially, if everyone's doing that, then it's, as I'm sure you know, it's everyone's responsibility to be responsible for their own happiness. So if everyone took responsibility for happiness, it would be a much happier world. So I'm hearing for some of you also, you're being asked to declutter. There's some things that you're being asked to declutter. It could be decluttering your mind of thoughts. Maybe decluttering some emotions of shame, rejection, constructive criticism. But I'm hearing to declutter. Some of you, it could be also decluttering your physical space, your physical environment, to make space for yourself, to make space for others. Because some of you, there's a lot of gifts that Spirit, God is wanting to pour and bring into your life. But in order for it to come in, you're being asked to create some space for it. Okay, so declutter. So we'll see what the tarot has to say. So yeah, the first card out, 9 of Swords. You know, this talks about sleepless nights, having some sort of anxiety over something, something that's got the best of you, maybe even a disappointment, rejection, something that's just keeping you up at night. Now, for some of you, it could be you feel like there's good things ahead, good times ahead of you, good things to come, and maybe that's what's keeping you up, because this 9 of Swords is followed by the 9 of Cups. For some of you, it's something's taking too long. It's like there's a delay. Things aren't happening as quick as you expect it to be. And I'm picking up that for a small group of you, you have some sort of platform, whether it's Instagram or YouTube or Facebook or et cetera. It's like you're trying to get followers, but it's not happening at the pace at which you would like. And so it's kind of stressing you out a little. So from the 9 of Swords to the 9 of Cups, it could be that there's something in the past that caused you pain, caused you heartbreak, and you're moving away from this energy, moving towards something more positive. Again, it does feel like God, Source, Spirit is wanting to pour love on you. to fill your cup, but you're really being asked to make space for it. Now, the Queen of Swords has made an appearance, and you know, this could be a Libra. This could be you, or it could be someone in your life. But you are being asked to get really raw, authentic, truthful, to pick up that sword of truth, and to really, you know, pick up the sword of truth and to really sit with who and what you're keeping in your life, the places, the things, the situations, whether this has to do with work, some sort of environment at work, people at work, could be friends, could be family members, whoever. Apply this in your life however it pertains to you. But there's a strong message here that, you know, you have already moved away from the things. It's like, it feels as though there was like a heavy cloud around you, okay? It kept you stuck, it kept you stagnant, it kept you very blocked, dense energy, and it felt like you'd have, you know, one step forward, 10 steps backwards. It felt like no matter how hard you tried to pick yourself back up, no sooner would something come and bring you back down again. So it was this constant up and down battle. But what you weren't aware of is that you were scaffolding. So you were reaching higher highs. So yes, you might have had, you know, one step forward, you know, one step up, and then something happened and it brought you 2 steps down. But then you would move forward again and you would go higher, and then it'd bring you down a little bit. But your lowers were higher than the previous ones, and you were reaching higher highs. But nonetheless, it was still frustrating in the midst of all that, in the meantime. So some of you might be coming out of this energy, okay? And this energy kept you very frustrated. It kept you in your mind. It kept you, maybe some of you were experiencing fear, anxiety, depression, however this applies in your life. Please take what resonates, leave the rest. But you are moving from this energy to wish fulfillment. Dreams come true, filling up your cup. But your job is to remain truthful and honest. It's to really calculate. I'm hearing the word calculate. Calculate everything in your life. Where are you spending your time? Where are you spending your energy? Where are you spending money? It's funny, as we speak, some of you are calculating your taxes. And it's to really take calculations, but do honest calculations with everything and anything in your life, and really question everything. Does this make me happy? You know, if you have some items in your home that you haven't touched in the last 6 months, pick it up, hold it up in your hands and say, am I getting use out of this? Have I used this in the last 6 months? Is this filling my cup? Does this bring me happiness? Or is this just something that I walk by every day, all day? I walk past this thing, this item, all day, every day, haven't touched it in 6 months, haven't touched it in a year, whatever the case may be. You are being asked to declutter, but to take these and make these calculations with everything in your life, okay? With physical objects, with physical items, with people in your life, with what you do on a daily basis. Look at your habits. Really take a look at all your habits. Yeah, it really feels like there's a delay for some of you. Things are taking like longer than what you're expecting or wanting it to. And that's becoming quite frustrating. There is something or someone is coming in for a renewal. Something that you thought was over is not actually over, and it's coming, it's like it's going to be coming back to life for some sort of reconciliation, perhaps. Finally, let's see what we have here. Yeah, for some of you, you could be a Libra.
You made a decision on someone or something from the past and you thought it was over, but it's not over. It feels like there's going to be a renewal and it's going to be brought back to life to reassess the situation, perhaps to have a reconsideration, a reconciliation. I do want to get one more card here. So we have the Page of Swords, the Judgment, and the Death in the reverse. And to clarify the Page of Swords, we have Justice. So it feels like, though, whatever this is, you are standing very firm in your decision. If something didn't work out in the past with you and someone else, and if there's a reconsideration here, a reconciliation here, you're definitely going to be standing in your power. You're going to be asking and demanding for equality and expecting it. And you won't accept anything less than that.
Equal give and take and reciprocity.
I do just want to get one more card. Whoa. Okay, I'm only going to take the one. Okay, no. Actually, it just feels like something just blew up in someone's face. I'm not sure what or why. So we'll take all of them. We have the Three of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the Strength in reverse. It's funny, cards don't usually come out in reverse, but today we have two cards out in reverse, and both of them happen to be major arcana. So what is happening here is something that is beyond your control. It's not something like an everyday mundane situation. Whatever comes to light here, it's almost as though it's something that you've been waiting for, but through this waiting, it's almost like, I mean, you can choose whatever you'd like. You have free will. It's whatever feels right for you. But it feels like some of you might feel like you don't have the strength, the fortitude, the courage to do something. Take it how it resonates. And I do want to say, follow your heart. You will be needing to make some sort of heart over mind decision. And it's funny because it is something that you've been wanting to come in, and it just feels like there's going to be a judgment call made on something. Some of you might have a legality court case that you're in, perhaps, but follow your heart. We do not give any legal or financial or health recommendations, anything of the sort. But
that's definitely our disclaimer.
Mm-hmm. But it's like, it feels like there's something that you've been waiting for to come in, this renewal of some sort, and needing to make a head over heart decision. Some of you might feel that you don't have the strength to pursue this, to move any further.
Maybe it's been taking so long and it's consumed you, and you feel like you're done, you give up, you just want this to come to a close, you want it to come to completion, you want it to come to an end.
And it could be that's where the disappointment is coming in, where we were feeling earlier that there was some form of disappointment. For some of you, you could be a lawyer or a judge.
Or you're wanting the judgment to be ruled in your favor.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to fill up this space with one more card. Let's see what comes out. Some of you, there's something that's weighing very heavy on you. I'm just feeling a lot of, there's something, and it could be subconscious. It feels like it's something that's deep. Here we go.
You're being asked to take some self-care. Sit with what you're feeling. Relax, take it easy. Don't make any rash decisions. You could take a vacation, like a little mini weekend getaway if you can, to just mull things over. Because again, there is a decision here that you're going to have to make. And this decision, it might not be easy, right? Like, just take your time and mull things over. Give yourself the self-care that you need. Relax, rest, go for a walk. Meditate if you can, pray.
Self-love and self-care is highly recommended at this time. It'll help you to gain new insight. Some of you have a lot of plants, a lot of plants, maybe even a lot of aloe vera plants. I'm not sure why I'm picking that up, but
some of you use aloe vera as part of your self-care routine.
So the first card out is the camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, and make memories. So there is something from the past that you're being asked to release or to let go of. Excuse me. It goes back to what I was saying earlier, making space, making room for what's to come for you. It's like Spirit and God is wanting to really bless you at this time, but it's to really create that space. Okay. The second card out is the Runner. So some of you might be in a codependent relationship. Like I said, there might be fear of rejection. Here it's talking about fear of intimacy, listening to the ego. So it's to really free yourself from thoughts of the ego. From experiences of the past that might have placed you in ego state.
So what I have here is I have abundance and love call. So to me, it feels like, again, it brings me back to what I was saying earlier, where it feels like there was something that you were waiting to happen. You were expecting something, waiting on something, and it's to keep a positive mindset. If there's something that you're looking for, to keep your vibrations high, do positive affirmations. It's understandable that sometimes it's hard to keep that high vibe going, especially when you've been in or through something for so many years. Because I am picking up, there's this long-term, it's been years, I heard it's been years. And so have fortitude and resilience. You're almost there. Persevere. I'm seeing the 9 of Wands in my mind. So you're almost there. Hang in there. Hang in there. And you will be rewarded for good deeds that you've done in this lifetime and in past lifetimes. Hold on to that faith. I mean, for some of you, you're an empath and you're always doing good things for other people. You're always helping people. You're always putting yourself last and putting everyone else first. So hold on to the faith of you're a good person. And because of that, God cannot help bless you and bring good things to you because you've built this good karma. Now, the other card I'm seeing here is love call. And so that's where I'm picking up where I was mentioning earlier, this reconciliation, this renewal, someone wanting another start or a new beginning. Bless you. Something not being over, thinking something that was not over, or something that you thought was over is not over. And it's to know that you have the strength to go through this and to make whatever judgment calls that you're being asked to make. But you're definitely on someone's mind. There is some sort of renewal, and God does want to bless you. Just stay positive, and focus your mind on receiving that which it is you would like to receive. How would you feel if you were to receive that? How would your emotions be? How would you act? What would you do?
And it goes back to really taking note, taking tally of, what serves you and what doesn't. The last card out that I received is the Sword and Rose. And, this card talks about clarity. It talks about truth, revelation, solidarity, honor, protection, power. And so again, I want to bring it back to really get truthful with yourself. Become really honest. brutally honest if need be, to receive that clarity that you're looking for, to get that aha moment or that revelation. You know, this card always reminds me of the Queen of Swords, right? Seeing the truth of the matter. And, you know, in order for you to receive what you really want to receive, you're being asked to make room for it. And so, you know, this is really a very powerful, strong message. And I really want you, if there's any message that you take home with you, I want one of the messages to be that now is the time to declutter, to clear away all the old, and even the old you, the old thoughts, your old ways, your old belief system, because you're not that person anymore. But it feels like some of you are stuck in limbo. And, you know, we're here to tell you that there are new, beautiful things here for you, ready for you to, you know, be open to receiving them, to make way for these things. But your job, you're in a position right now to cut out the things that don't serve you, to get really true and authentic about the people, situations, circumstances, things, everything in your life. Okay, so, you know, what do you do first thing when you wake up? For example, I'm hearing some of you maybe have coffee first thing in the morning, maybe even on an empty stomach, and then you suffer from heartburn. I'm not sure why I'm picking up that message, but that's an example. So that right there is getting very truthful with yourself. And, you know, maybe you have to cut out coffee altogether, or maybe you can start by saying, okay, I will have my coffee, but maybe first I'll get a bite to eat so that I don't have coffee on an empty stomach, and see if that removes the heartburn. If you're still getting heartburn after that, then, you know, you're asked to make a judgment call.
Trial and error.
Yeah.
But noticing.
Yeah. It's
taking notice of things. Don't just pass over it. Don't put it under the rug and just pass over it.
And this is with everything.
Big and small.
Yes. This is with everything. Do not let a thing pass your sight, your vision. Don't let it pass you by. Don't let anything get underneath your radar without you saying,
what was that?
What was that? Does this serve me? Does
without
it not
you
serve
noticing.
me? Yeah. Does this fill my cup? Does it not fill my cup? So, you know, the first message out, very powerful message, notice. You're really being asked to notice every single thing in your life. You know, if you get together with someone, and even before you get together with this person, there's a lot of anxieties that come up, or what should I do? What should I say? How should we do it? Or whatever's coming up and it's causing you more stress and anxiety than anything, well then notice the signs. You know, we might just title this video, Notice the Signs. It's to notice every single thing in your life, around you, in your environment, in your mind, everything that you have control over, notice everything. And to really, I want to say, filter through everything. You know, on this side, does this serve me? Yes or no? On this side, does this serve me? Yes or no? And to really get very, very truthful and authentic with yourself. Because only then, it feels like some of you are keeping people, things, situations, items, belongings, material goods, things in your life that you've outgrown a very long time ago. And you're unaware that you've outgrown this. And it's still taking up space. It's taking up time.
For some of you, it could be a person, because I was picking up earlier that there could have been an element of deceit and an element of either I'm seeing like two different timelines here, or two different scenarios. One scenario is either it's someone who is spying on you, or you're spying on someone because you're waiting for them to come into your life. So you're just, and it's innocent for most of you, but it's just this, like, you know, peeking out the window and not knowing how to show what you're truly feeling. For others of you, it's more on a level of deceit where, you know, this person was pretending to be someone that they're not, and they were hiding things from you, and they weren't being real. It's like they were wearing a false mask. So I'm picking up that scenario. If this is your story where they're wearing a false mask, you'll know what to do, because this is what I was mentioning earlier, where you're feeling like you don't have the strength for this anymore. And it's like what my twin was saying, that you've outgrown it. Like you're beyond this.
And you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised to come to realize, come to learn that when you start cutting out people, places, things, situations, items,
Big and
when
small.
you start big and small,
significant and insignificant.
yes, and when you start to declutter everything in your environment, in your life, in your mind, in your room, in your house, the people, the things, the situations, when you start to one by one cut out the things that don't serve you, you would be surprised on how much these things or people were holding you back, were blocking you, were stopping you from receiving your true ultimate abundance, your true ultimate birthright. You will be surprised as you continue to do it and you continue to cycle through everything and you recycle the things that served you. It feels like, you know, a lot of you've changed, you've grown a lot. A lot of people in your environment don't like the new you. They want to keep the old you around.
Because the old you was below them.
And they were holding you back, and they kind of liked that. And now that you've grown so much and you've changed so much, you've liberated yourself, but you're in transition. You're still stuck because of the fact that, yes, the old you has now ended. It's been cut out. And there's new beginnings here for you. But the disconnect comes in with the people and the things and the situations and the circumstances that you're choosing to still hold on to keep in your environment, that you're keeping in your environment, that's creating a disconnect.
And so to clarify, for the people of you that I was mentioning where you don't feel like you have the strength, for that group of people, you're fully aware of what to do here, and it doesn't, just because you know what to do, it doesn't mean it's easy, because you're still making a heart decision over the mind. And sometimes when our emotions involved, decisions can be much harder than just using the logical mind. But the best advice is to focus on you. The people that are experiencing where you feel like you're not strong enough to go through this again, where it's like you've had enough and you just want to end it, and that's that. This person that's coming back into your life asking for reconciliation or a second chance is more like a test. So if this resonates for you, it's more like a test. And the test is, how much do you love yourself? Do you love yourself enough to put yourself first and to say, no, I deserve better. No, I've done too much good in the world, and I know my greatness is coming. I know everything that's good for me that I've been waiting a lifetime for, I know it's coming for me. I deserve bigger, I deserve better, and I'm waiting for that. And if something didn't work out for you, you'll know what to do. So just follow your intuition. You'll know exactly what decision to make here. You'll know, trust me, you'll know what to do.
So I think that's all the messages we have here for you. We hope these messages resonated. Please comment below if there's anything that you want to add to this. This is, if you can elaborate more, if this is what's going on in your life, take a moment to comment below. Also, we ask that you take a moment to like, subscribe to our channel, share it with friends and family, hit that notification bell, and do share it with friends and family, because you just never know who you might help, especially during these times.
Okay. And as always, we love you.
Bye for now.